All right, we have a 2002 Chevy Avalanche here, and the air is not, it's cool, but it's not cold. I have a feeling the reciprocating actuator is not working. And it's up under the dash, but we can evaluate that. There's three actuators, one on the driver's side underneath, and that is the mode, whether it's floor or vent or defrost. Then there's one under the glove box down there. You can take that cosmetic piece down there off and get to, and that is the blend actuator. I think it goes out the most, which opens the heater door, allows heater in. And then there's the recirculating actuator, which is up under the dash in there. So to get to it, to look at it, to test, see it, we're going to take out this outside AC vent, which is really a really simple task. All we do is take our little trim instrument, come underneath it, and it pops out. And then we just remove it. Just pops right out. That's all there is to it. Come out from the bottom, pop it up, and go back in reverse. When you put it back in, put the top, and then pop the bottom back down. Now when we get in there, we're going to look in here to try to find our actuator door, and that's our actuator door. That grating you see back there is our actuator door. We're just going to see if that opens and closes. All right, here is reciprocating air. Go back over here and change it to fresh air and see if we get a change. Okay, what we're looking at is that grated area down there, that grating in there, and that vent is open. You can see the duct going off to the left, and that little door, you can kind of see the door sitting there, maybe a little different color, and that's back and open, which is for the open air position. Now, when that actuator closes, that door should come close up against that, so that's the recirculating. And in this particular situation, it's stuck in the vent, outside vent position, not closing. When we hit that actuator, of course this is much easier to see live than than it is on my cell phone, but that's what you're looking at, and there's the door right there, and that's the actuator. You can't see the actuator's off to the left up in there, but when you hit that button, that door should open and close, and it's not moving. So it tells us we've got a bad actuator. All right, now we've got the dash off, and I took this bracket, this will screw off back over here that holds that duct back there, and that's all I'll need to do if I need to get to it. But right now we're just going to look and make sure that this is what we need, is that the actuator out itself. And so we coming in here looking for the actuator, and there it is. Let's see if we can get a better look. There we go. There you go. And we're going to look at that silver actuator right there and the little notches in it. And it should turn when we put the air conditioner. We're going to turn the air conditioning on. And it right now is on fresh air. See those spots in that corner? Now I'm going to hit the button for recirculate. Now we're on recirculate. That silver shaft with those notches in it should turn. And as you see, it is not turning. Hopefully that's focused enough where you can tell whether that's turning or not turning. but it is not turning. You go push that button back and forth, that doesn't move any. And as we found yesterday, the door isn't moving either. That door right there, so we're back here, and you'll see that door right there should open and close when you can choose it, but it's just kind of sitting there. Flap a little bit in the wind, but it doesn't move. So now we've got to get to that actuator, and you know, I've seen someone else, before we mentioned, he just wedged these two apart and fought it. I actually have redid the evaporator in this car with the cut method, where you cut your casing and you just change it. There's the top of the taping of that evaporator case where you just cut out that case in. So you know, it's like tattoos. Once you get used to cutting up your car, man, you can't stop. But anyway, you see you got the two tubes here, the little one at the back, back here, and then the bigger one more towards you, and that's the big one's in the way. And you can just come right back here. You'd want to get back as far as you can, because there's that actuator right down there. The actuator's there. So you'd want to get back here where you can get your hand behind it, because the bolt is going to be coming back in here. Bolt's going to be back in there. The easy one you can see, that's no problem, but that one behind. So I'm going to take my reciprocating tool and cut that right there. First I have to get this little line off. You got this little line here, and it's just clipped in. So you just take this, just unclips that little line. That little line just unclips off of that. All right, now we got that all unclipped and out of our way. So we're gonna cut that and get that wire bundle. You got a wire bundle right there. You got to watch that you don't cut that. And again, I'll cut this. That's the base of it right there. So I'm going to cut it right up here where I've got room to put some tape here and there and tape it back together. And to make that cut, I'm going to use that reciprocating tool, the same as used to do the evaporator, or at least I'm going to try that. It's a little, I'm not sure I'll be able to go all the way through and around with that. I may have to use a sawzall, but either way I'll cut that tubing. And that worked out pretty fine. That's a good tool. I just had to move it around a little bit. So now we have that out, so we can just pull that out now. So one thing that bothered me was that the door just flaps freely. Like, oh my, is that door broken? So I went back to go ahead and look at your little actuator, and you'll see that it moves with the door, and so that's the actuator. It's not the door broken. All right, now I've just got the new actuator setting up in there, and after watching Froggy fight this, I'm so glad I cut this. This was a 4-minute job. I mean, I just put the socket on there. You could reach it by hand and you can see. Yeah, well, you can't see because it's not in, but now we've got it just sitting in place. Turn it on. Watch our door. We're going to go to fresh air. The door comes completely down. And we go to reciprocate. And door goes completely up. And that was my issue why it wasn't cooling as cold as it could be, because it was just taking fresh air trying to get 106 degrees. So there you go. Now we just got to put her back together.